Hey everybody, this is KDM8080, and this is my Lego Transformer Bullseye. He's probably going to be titled number 2, because he is number 2, even though this will be my first upload. But anyway, he's kind of based on like a Ford Model A or a two-door. He's got little bull horns since he's Bullseye, the air scoop, got little side mirrors. These are supposed to look like doorknobs, and that's supposed to be the gas cap. There's the rear end, the license plate, tail lights. The underside, I mean, you can see his whole head, so I guess that's alright. But anyway, let's get into transformation here. So, I'm going to angle this up a bit. Come to the underside here. You unpeg the bull horns from the feet here. Now everything's going to probably fall apart over and over again the whole time I build this. So ignore that. Then you're going to come under here, and the idea is to detach the head, but usually you end up detaching more than the head. Yeah, I think I detached more than the head. Alright, there we go. Pulled the whole head off. That works. Alright, so then the head comes up, and you can go ahead and right now well, that's not supposed to happen. Right now we'll go ahead and bring out the ears, hopefully. Alright, that's just going to fall off. So, you want to bring those out from the sides without pulling these pieces off here. Alright, sorry, there we go. Now we pull that side out, and the head rotates around this way and slides over. And then you just bring that up there, and we can ignore that. Now, let me bring the camera back down a bit. We'll move on here to these side bits. What you want to do is pull the arm, well here, you want to get right in here and unpeg that. Same on the other side. Flip that up, unpeg that. Alright, now go ahead and open up these side doors here, and then you can, well, that came all unpegged. Hopefully the other side won't, but you can straighten that piece out like I did there. So you come on this side, let's see if we can do it right on this side. That folds out, comes down, and then you can see that hinge in there. Just straightens out, and it'll peg right in there to the top of the windshield. Then you go ahead and we'll come down to the foot here. You're going to want to slide, not disconnect it, you want to, here, let you get a view in there. This piece slides back and rotates up when you get it far enough back. You gotta really just push it right to the limit, and then it can come up. And then you go ahead and leave that alone because there's no more clearance. So we'll come on this side and do the same thing for now. Slide it back. Headlight's kind of falling off. There we go. Oh, I'm blocking the entire camera. That's great content right there. And then you can also kind of flip the feet down. So just do that on both sides. Flip down the foot. And then we'll come back up. And here you want to just push this out to the side and push that to the other side. This will slide down, I think. Maybe that rotates out this way. Who knows? Let's leave that alone. So then you come around, I guess, to these side bits. Uh-oh. fell off there. Okay, so you come to these side bits here where like the gas cap is on this one. And you kind of unpeg these. The whole thing came unclipped though, so I'll have to deal with that. And then you unpeg that side as well. Here, let me fix this piece really quick. So you just bring the hands out and you can kind of, let me show you that again. You bring his hands out, and he's got his wrecking ball there. You bring this hand out. And then what you want to do is, I really wish that the chest didn't fall apart here. Get that peg back together really quick. That's probably good enough for the next step. You want to unpeg that from those two. And the head fell off again. It doesn't stay together the greatest, I will say. He's very fragile. So then you separate the legs out, kinda. I'll show you more of how that goes together. So you separate the legs out, and then, and also right here's what's detached, but there we go. So then we got, let me move this back a little, I'll bring up the camera. Okay. Then what we want to do is kind of bring these up. We're going to bring this up out of the way for now. And then pull. Uh-oh, this is going to come untabbed. There we go. Pull out the waist. Here, these things, these little clips do not hold great, but that's supposed to be clipped onto that. And it doesn't stay. We're going to set his legs aside, just because it makes everything so much easier to show you. So that just stays there. And, oh man, everything's going unpegged. There we go. And then these slide down. Not all the way, but all the way for now. And then this piece slides over. And this piece rotates over. And bring it back around this way. And here, got that piece, you fold that out of the way. And you can bring this through under there. And then just go ahead and straighten it back out. And then you can fold out the crotch. And again, the legs were supposed to be tapped on here the whole time. And then what you can do with the legs is there's this little, let me see if I can do this in a way where you can see it. There's that clip there that you just kind of use your nail and slide it back so it butts up against there, because that holds it in place a little better. And then that leg broke again. Do the same on this side. Slide that up. All right. Just get the knee in place. Then you can come here to the foot, I guess, so we can get him standing. Oh, that is an example of what you don't want to do. So you take this and rotate it. Oh, we're losing focus here. Ignore that. This flips. It kind of doesn't clear, but it does also. So you just flip that back, and then you can go ahead and, while holding that down, fold back the wheel. And then we'll do that same thing on this side. We'll just rotate that whole bit around back and fold back the wheel. All right, so now we'll come up here. Let's go ahead and just stand him up on his broken legs. how's that go together? There we go. So then we'll bring the camera up. I'm going to sit him down and just go ahead and try to get him into a sitting position for the rest of this so I can still film it. Alright. So then, one of the arms just fell off, but we'll come back around to this side. We've got this assembly here. So what we want to do with this, and again, pieces are falling off that shouldn't be falling off, like that should definitely still be hooked on here. Alright, so this you split in the middle, you fold the arms up, and they actually have another tab right there, which they peg into. Same thing on that side, and it came undone, but there you go. So that's the gist of that, and then let's come back around to the front here. You're gonna want to flip those back. Then these will kind of fold out to the sides. Oh. Here, you gotta get this. You gotta get this piece here in the waist. Sorry, I'm blocking the camera kinda. Got this piece in the waist here. Straighten that back out to kind of an angle so you get it right centered. And those will also kind of tilt so everything's centered. Alright, and then these will fold back kinda. Flip him back around to the front again. Where we'll take his waist, and what we're going to do is rotate his legs pretty much backwards here, because that makes it the easiest. And then collapse his waist right there, and keep rotating his legs back. And then collapse his waist right there, and then click it back on that one. And then there's his body so far. Let me move him further back so you can see more. Try to keep doing this without being completely in the view. So you get, okay, that fell off. This is ridiculously hard from that distance. Let me just bring him back forward. So, you fold up the chest, and the bumper kind of holds it, but really what they sit on are these side bits. That's what holds those up, and then you can fold the wheel around onto his chest. Same with this side. Slide that up until it touches this properly. Like that's probably good enough. And then flip the wheel up. Alright, his waist came and click there, and also you probably noticed his arm fell off, so get that all hooked back on there. So then, yeah, then, get a little higher. You can go ahead and just flip this all up for now. Yeah, ignore that though. Okay, flip back down. So then you can flip this piece up, and then this piece rotates on that joint. And then we've got one arm. Got to kind of straighten it out from there, but there you go. And then his other arm, pretty much the same thing, but what you're going to do is you're going to take his mace and it's going to flip back like that. Oh. There we go, like that. Straighten this out, put that down. Do the same thing with the shoulder here. Go ahead and rotate that. And that piece is just there to kind of give him like a butterfly joint. So he's got extra posability in the shoulder. Now, let's flip him around backwards yet again. We can finish up the back here. So you're going to flip this whole portion up. You're going to flip this thing here, even higher. I don't want to go that high. Let me raise this up. 1 second. Alright, so flip this over. Then you're going to bring that up. You're going to flip this back. You're going to flip this around this way. Oh, can't see. Flip this around this way. And then this will fold up. And it'll rock back on that piece. And fold up into the chest. Oh. And there we go. We lost a piece. We lost 2 pieces. So that, you can just peg that on really however. And it'll fold back out of the way. And then that goes back here, and that also folds out of the way. And then you just bring up the head, make sure that this joint is kind of pulled out so that it's able to come up all the way. And then we'll spin him back around, see how he looks. Alright, so there's Bullseye in all his glory. Let me back this way up, and I'll quit touching him. See if he can't stand on his own. No, maybe he can't. Oh, there we go. So there's Bullseye. You can kind of see his whole body. Let me lower this back down. But there he is. You know, he's pretty big guy. Pretty tall. Oh, let me get a minifigure. I should have gotten that for the car mode, but let me compare him to a minifigure here. Let's see, who do we got? We got Snake Guy, a clown, and this cat. So here's some comparisons. You got this Fabuland cat, clown, and Snake Guy. He's much taller. For posability, you know, he's got shoulder can go through full 360. It's got an outwards joint. It's got an inwards joint. This can kind of orbit around everything. Let's see. There you go. You can kind of see. He's got this hinge here. He's got this hinge here. He's got this pivots too. I'm not going to pivot it. His wrist moves side to side. On the other arm, it's the exact same thing, except you can also flip that down if you want a bit more total of a look. You flip back his wrist, and you can flip it towards the front so it hangs over his hand. And I kind of like that look a lot better. Also, he's got his little bandito mask since he is a cowboy. So there's that. And I think that looks really neat too. But go ahead and put that back. It just flips right around. All that is like the shoulder cloth from a stormtrooper. And then his legs, they're on a ball joint hip, and then a rocker on the leg there. And then his knees can do a little past 90 there. And then he's got his foot, it's got a rocker inwards, and then it can tilt forwards and kind of slide forward and back, but it can't really do it upwards tilt. So, there he is, in all his glory. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.